Yeah, well, two of the changes in the front row are resulting because of injury. One, Fraser Brown returning from injury, so that's a boost. Rory Sutherland picking up an injury out in Italy means that Ollie Kebble gets his first start and Jamie Batty comes onto the bench. And then on the tight head side, we're rewarding Simon Bergen for some excellent performances, both in the games he's played, but also in training. And it allows us to give Xander a rest. He started every game, and we're sure he'll make a big impact from the bench.
And just a note on Jimmy Batty, he returns into the mix on the bench. How has he impressed you during training, I take it?
He has, and the quality of our forward sessions, whether it's scrumming or mauling or just in general play, has been outstanding. And a lot of that is down to the players that haven't had the chance to start yet. So Jamie and VP Nell, George Turner, in the first couple of weeks, they were the third front row. We saw the impact that George and VP made last week out in Italy. It really helped us win. And Jamie, we see having a similar impact. He's trained very well up to now.
Matt Ferguson also joins the back row again after an injury. Obviously Matt's fit enough to play this weekend, but what have you made of him as well?
Yeah, look, he was going to be fit enough for the Italy game. He was ahead of schedule and managed to get a full week's training in. But we made the decision to leave him for this game. He's been excellent for his club this season, worked really hard. He started for us against Georgia before picking up that injury, so we're keen just to see him carry on this good form. He's played at open side this year. He's obviously played at number 8, so we see both sides of the ball, him having a big impact this weekend.
Only one change in the backs, Gregor, so you must be happy keeping that cohesion. I know that's quite key for you guys to do that, but Blair Kinghorn comes into the mix. Just a note on the backs and their overall impressions they've had on you during this campaign.
Yeah, well, the backs have changed throughout the campaign, partly because of injury and availability of players. So last week was our new backline, so with Duncan at 10, Sam Johnson back at 12. We want to give the majority of those players the time to play again. We also have an eye on rotation. We were due to play 6 days later, so giving the wingers a change up this week with the quality of wings we have available. So that's a reason why Blair is in. Blair's been excellent for us right throughout this season and this campaign. And him and Duan we see going well, dealing with the aerial threat that France bring, but also in defence with the ability and unpredictability at times of the French backline. We feel that the way they're defending we can get errors out of that French attack.
And with the bench, you have great options in the back as well. Duncan Taylor returns to the squad as well, and Sean Maitland. It seems that Duncan Taylor has had a bad run of injuries recently. Doesn't seem to really something to get a break. But you must be delighted to bring somebody like Duncan in, because I know how viable he is to Scotland. Yeah,
that's right. And Duncan is fully fit again. He came into our squad and trained with us a couple of weeks ago, and he's just coming back after a shoulder injury picked up in the Champions Cup semi-final. He made 2-3 excellent games for Saracens before picking up that injury. So we rate Duncan very highly. His work rate on and off the ball, his ability to play 12 and 13 is important. And with Sean now back available and training hard, we know that both those guys are experienced and have played very well for Scotland in the past and can add to how we're playing if they're called on.
If we look at the opposition now, Gregor, France are playing some great rugby, the informed team. It's never easy against France, but our track records show at BT Murrayfield that it's usually a win for Scotland. But there's no doubt that this will be a tough game, won't it?
Yes, France are playing probably the best rugby of any team in the world right now, and they started back probably in the World Cup quarter final. I thought they were excellent against Wales. And played with real confidence throughout the Six Nations, only losing one match, and then also doing very well in the Autumn Nations Cup. So we respect the team. We understand that they're full of confidence. They've got some of the best players in the world, and they've got strength and depth right throughout their squad. So it's a big challenge for us. It's a new challenge because we're playing them at BT Murrayfield when there's not going to be crowds there. But we we do think back to that game in March and how we set up to defend, how we attacked, how we managed the game at times, and that will give us a lot of confidence going into this fixture.
And I guess from your point of view, and you talked about it before, that you want to test yourself against the best teams in the world, and if they are the best team in the world just now, it's an opportunity for Scotland to go out there and show and maybe see where they are as well.
Absolutely. There were rumours or stories of France coming with a different squad if their game against Fiji had gone ahead, and that would have been probably trickier to prepare for. Not playing the team that has played a few weeks before, not playing their best players. So now we're hugely motivated to take on one of the best teams in the world. You can see it training this week as an edge. We know we have to play our best rugby and really deliver a performance if we're going to win this game.